Hey everybody, welcome to the YouTube channel. This is our first video taking place here in my garage. We're from Northern Illinois, so we really don't get to do too much of one thing all the time. So in the fall and spring, we do a lot of side-by-side riding. In the summer, we do a lot of boating, surfing, wakeboarding, stuff like that. And then in the winter, we do some snowboarding and skiing. I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance. I'm 24 seconds into this and I'm already realizing that it's going to be hard to get used to looking at the camera all the time. I'm here with my X3. This is what our first video is going to be doing. I figured until we start riding and stuff like that, I'd do a couple videos on different things I'm going to do to it. I bought this used. It's a 2018 X3, 72-inch wide. This is pretty much how I bought it. Some aftermarket bead locks, not really sure even where they're from. Some tires, I'm not even sure what they're called. M1 Evils. Not too sure about who makes those or anything like that. Has a Badland winch. I think that's a factory front bumper. Has a little stereo system they put in. That'll probably end up going here pretty quick. Other than that, it's pretty much stock. I have a... I just can't really see it in here. I have the Evo charge tube and blow-off valve. Today we got some stuff from CA Tech. We're going to be doing the gusset kit and the limit strap kit. I meant to get limit straps for the back, but I guess I just didn't add it to my cart. So I'm going to go ahead and start ripping this thing apart. I'm flying solo for now, so I apologize for how the videos turn out, but I'll do my best to take a video of everything I'm doing. My brother Wes should be here at some point, and so you'll get to meet him. But for now, I guess here we go. Okay, I got all the tires off. I took the back tires off because I am doing a shock therapy spring kit, which are over here in this box. Not that they really probably needed to come off, but this takes a little weight off. Makes it a little easier to get the springs and everything off. So we're going to first start by taking the front off. Got a bolt here. I think it's a T30. You got two T30s here and here. We'll have to take off, unhook all the headlights, and there's another one down there, and then you have the one on the front, which the previous owners, I guess, just never put back in. And then the only other real challenge is going to be when they wired in the turn signal kit that he has, he just hardwired them with no disconnect, so I'm going to have to cut those in order to get the rest of it off. But I'm going to get started there. Alright, so the hood is off. Just a quick glance, noticed the previous owner did not reinstall the radiator bolts at the bottom, so it's just kind of hanging there, which I'm going to have to get that issue solved. The next thing we're going to do is just start basically stripping the front end. A few of the tools that they said they're going to need from the kit is a 19, an 18, 17, 13 and a 10, 30 millimeter socket for the axle, impact will be handy, ratchet, and it'll be the 10, 13, 15, 17, and 19. So that's what we're going to be working with. I'm going to try and get the best camera angle I can to get in here as I take everything apart. We're going to start here with the axle nut, tie rod, disconnect the ball joints, disconnect the brake caliper, and kind of get everything cleared out before we start handling the front end here. So I'm going to go and get started. Alright, got this side off. I started to take off the upper ball joint, but I think I'm going to be able to get it done leaving that one attached. I am going to remove the sway bar. We're going to Kentucky here in a few weeks to Black Mountain. The front sway bar is definitely not going to be needed, so I'm going to pull that sucker off. I really don't have much use for it. But that's going to help me, make it easier to pull the axle out and stuff like that. So I think we should be fine leaving the top ball joint there. I'm going to swap over to the other side, get that side torn apart, and then we can start throwing stuff together. Alright, we got basically everything disconnected. Now we're going to finish removing the A-arms and bulkhead with the winch. If anybody has something like this, looks like to get the bottom A-arms off, it might be easiest to take this plate off, just so we can get something in to loosen those. Gonna have to disconnect the winch. Didn't normally you'd have to take out the bottom bolts on the radiator, but like I said before, mine didn't have any. Alright, we finally got the bulkhead and the arms removed. My camera was having some issues, so you either saw it or you didn't. But anyway, we are now to the fun part. We're going to start installing the gusset kit first. That kind of seems to be what is recommended. We're going to start by taking these, if I can find the right socket, here we go. We start by taking out these bolts right here. They're 10s. That's what's going to kind of hold the gusset plate on. Yes, we are going to have to Well, my thought was that somehow these were supposed to be tacked on, but I guess they are not. So, finally got those suckers off. I used the 10 on the back, pulled them off. So now we can go ahead and mount this on. So get through all of our studs here. Much easier if I probably would have cleaned up the radiator in some fashion, but oh well, here we are. Getting these suckers on is going to definitely be a chore because they're square, so they aren't going to fit in the back of the wrench. So guess we're just going to have to feel her out and hope for the best. And there we go. Already lost it. I think I might finally have something there. The diff's just kind of right where we need to be. Probably doesn't help that it's full of dirt back there too, so it's really hard to tell what you're doing. I think that's part of the problem. There's so much dirt back there that I think it's not wanting to get the studs all the way down. So maybe that's our next step, is to try and clean that sucker out. Okay, so I got the first one in finally. A little bit of vacuuming seemed to do the trick. We'll see if I can get the other one on. It's a little more obstructed by the diff, so it's definitely going to be a challenge. I figured somebody might enjoy watching me struggle. Oh, just look at that. You get a little bit of the dirt out of there. She probably goes in. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and throw her back on. Hopefully we can get her together here finally. One and two. Alright, perfect. So those are tight. There's two gold pieces in the hardware kit. Those go up here at the top, right up here in, can I see what I'm seeing right here in these holes? So we're going to throw those in real fast. Somebody's here. Sorry, interrupted by the mail lady. Anyway, we'll get these thrown on. And these pieces also hop in and tie into the limit strap. So we're going to leave these, really pretty much all of it loose to the very end. Definitely these will go in the kit that goes back behind these, around these tubes up to the shock tower. Alright, these are the next two brackets that we're going to be throwing on. They go for our upper A-arms up here. Let's see. It's definitely hard to do the install and hold the camera. This might be seen from distance. Alright, now we can go ahead and work on getting the A-arms reinstalled. We have both top studs free. Ooh, got those suckers on there barely. Alright, I'm going to do the other side. Alright, now we can throw this plate over top. Then we take the two longer silver bolts. We're going to throw them right up here in the top. We're going to get that tightened up, and then we'll catch up after that. Alright, next we're going to do the back lower arm. It says you have to orient it with the CA kind of facing the front of the machine. If you're sitting in there, it's going to be a little hard to do with one person, but you kind of got to get it started. And then you have to get both A-arms in at the same time, which might very well be impossible. We don't know, but we're going to find out. So you got to get them in between here. That might be a challenge in itself. Alright, so I managed to get this back piece slid on there. Probably a two-person job. It's not very easy to do by yourself. So we're going to slide this back one in. Probably just messed it all up. Alright, so the GoPro died, so we're switching to the iPhone. I don't know if it's going to be better or worse. But anyway, we got it snugged on there. I threw the little bolts on the back for the lower arms in the back. And so now we get to move to the front. Where they say that they'd like you to snug up the front is go ahead and slide on this front plate. Make sure all of your holes line up. You have little marking holes that are kind of popped from one plate to the other. Of course, these don't line up, so just make sure those are in. Then they want you to go ahead and take your the factory. Oh, of course, that's not poking all the way through. They want you to take the factory hardware and tighten it up. That way you can put in your bolts on the side. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Get it started. I think we need an 18 on the back. Because it works better if you go across. Alright, we got those on. Now we can go ahead and put in these. These just basically hold it in place while you mount everything else together. I just need two hands and a knee for this part. Alright, now that those are on, we can go ahead and loosen these so we can get back to our bulkhead to put that back on with the winch. All the other hardware we can go ahead and tighten up. And then for the actual gusset kit portion, then we're going to be done. We're going to leave these loose because that's where we need to mount the limit strap onto. So we're going to leave that loose for now, but we're going to go ahead and get these loosened, get those all tightened, and we're ready to move on. All right, now we're going to get in. We got to take the top of the shock tower off. Got two 10 millimeters. Now that's off there, we can go ahead and move the radiator out of the way. And we're going to loosen these two bolts that we put on when we're putting on the gusset kit.
Loosen them?
No, they're just finger tight.
You want to take them off?
Yeah.
What the hell's going on there?
And now we have to weave the panel through the radiator. I'd put
both hoses.
Yeah, I put it sideways.
Both hoses are going in there, huh?
Yeah. You put it. Yeah.
All this shit.
Yeah, I
going
think
in there?
all of it goes in. There we go.
Is it going now? On here.
It sits over top.
Sits on top?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you putting the nut on there right now?
Yeah.
It's safe to say I don't know where the other bolt went. There it is. Remember, folks, this whole operation does not work very well without alcohol.
Yeah, this is at least a 6-pack project.
Oh, at least. Each.
Now, we have
Now, they got this going on the inside.
on the outside. So on the outside.
No, yeah, that goes on the inside. No, this goes on the inside.
Well, yeah, that goes on the inside.
Yeah.
So then we have in here the one with the Allen, the hex head.
Well, the long ones will be outsides out here.
Yeah. Well, I think
You got longer ones and you got shorter ones.
so. The ones with the hex head, these.
Okay.
This one and that hex head, they go in the middle to attach those two.
Because it sits in.
Yeah.
So, these. These are set center. Now, I put the shocks in there.
I have just the spring compressor from Harbor Freight. This is my, let's see, it's passenger side front shock. I'm going to go ahead and do just kind of a time lapse going about it. Going to go ahead and tighten up the springs and compress them. Move the bottom. I'll have to make all of my adjustments according to the shock therapy recommendation. I'll probably hop in and go through that for you guys so you guys can see exactly how I'm setting them. As far as that goes, I think that's all.
I'd went on since we had it out there at Mark's at that place.
Radiator was...
My radiator was fucking clogged in it. So it like it had, hold on. Almost 4,000, I think. You're better off prying that rubber.
Yeah, I know, that's what
I did that on mine before I even took the spring off, but I'm the one who jumped the gun. It's my bad, you can blame me. I stopped at the liquor store, they had machines in there, so I threw $100 in there and cashed out $340.
There you go. Only good days work.
I was like, fuck yeah. That gives me play money tomorrow.
Yeah.
We have to have this done tonight, you know that, right?
Oh yeah. He's almost there.
Is this all that's left? Is just the springs? Did you see that picture, dude? A fucking folding chair slides up underneath my fucking side-by-side now.
Yeah. Wild.
Dude, that's some fucking clearance. That's under the main body.
Yeah, I know. That's gonna be nice.
A folding chair. I thought, Now I got some fucking clearance. Before, it used to only be like half that height.
Yeah, that's gonna be real,
You know?
especially there, because half the thing is just getting over shit.
Well, you know, when we was riding out there at the Badlands, you know, we was going over the steep top.
You bottom out.
Well, you bottom out, we was just dragging our fucking bodies, but the motherfuckers had no problem just fucking still drag his ass right over. See, I didn't mess with these on. If I would have, I'd really be fucking jacked up. I needed to move mine down like a ½ inch on both, front and rear, and I did, and I left them. And I'm still jacked way the fuck up. Take it to about 3 3/8. I think you're at 3 3/8, right? Let's see, 3.5 is what you want. Right there.
You want the bottom of it?
Oh, the bottom of the metal?
Yeah.
I thought you were doing the plastic.
Right there.
Here, you want a hammer?
Yeah.
I mean, 'cause it does work better. All right, this is 7.
Right there.
Huh?
Right there.
Game on. It's funny, Jules is going on and on about her fucking. Alright, put the end over here. Jules going on and on about her fucking Instacart shit and stuff she was doing today. And I just interrupted her. I'm like, my new sound system sounds fucking great with my new amp. She's like, yeah. She goes, I'm really not. You know, that like don't excite me like it does you. And I said, well, you know what? You want to tell me about your dumb shit, so I want to tell you about mine. Yeah, you gotta stay away from this is the problem.
We're just gonna have to do less.
Yeah. Yeah. You got it upside down though. You gotta make it a pain in the ass. Because there's plenty of thread to bring it down as tight as you want to. Here.
There we go.
Plan on drinking that shit Sunday. I threw 25 on the Colts last night, 156.
That ain't bad.
Hell no.
Next, we're gonna throw in the limit strap, and we're gonna throw in the shock, which has new shock therapy springs on it. Little movie magic. Now we can go through and we can tighten her all up, and then once we put the bottom back together, we'll go and throw the new bolts in the bottom for the shock. All right, and that's the end of it. We got her all back together. I don't know where the video died off, so you either saw it get together or you're seeing it finish now. Anyway, we got it all back together. We have the shock therapy springs on, the CA Tech full gusset kit, and limit straps. It all went together pretty good. It's definitely probably a two-person project because there's a lot of things you just can't really maneuver around by yourself. But anyway, the next video will be on the shock therapy stuff. If I have enough, it might be in this video. So